What's going on, Paisanos? V here, coming at you guys, well, with another market watch today. Paisanos, I gotta say, I really do like Dragons. I definitely think they're the best deck in the meta, and the market is going crazy over these cards. But is it always going to be like this? Is Herald Orange Light always going to be $66 right now, as it is in the market? By the way, higher than its $54 market price. No. I do think Herald Orange Light, which at one point in this game, Ultimate Rare at an OTS 1 Pack 7, which held like a $6 price point, is not going to return at $6, but it's definitely not going to maintain being $66, almost there's $70 in the market. I think that will change. One thing what we're going to be noticing is that these cards are going to be losing value fast, and we're going to see other Yu-Gi-Oh players focus on other decks to try to stop one Dragons, because it is the best deck, and when you're the best deck, you paint the biggest target on your back. So we're going to see Yu-Gi-Oh players actually, stop Dragons, and that will lower the value. We're also going to see Yu-Gi-Oh players that held Dragons, even max rarity, sell it off for something else. So we will see these cards actually start going down in value, believe it or not. The best deck in the game, which has the quickest hype, has the fastest decline in value. Guys, new to the channel, please make sure to hit the subscribe button, like button, and comment down below. Comment question of the day. What are you doing in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh right now? It's a very simple question, but I feel like for everybody, it's going to have a longer answer. I mean, are you doing remote duels? Are you just buying a couple of packs, opening and throwing it into the side in your deck box? Are you even building a deck? Or are you basically just done with the game, watching videos, buying and selling singles, and relaxing? Or are you like me, you're doing remote duels, you're looking forward to future Konami events, maybe you might even be so bored as to even look at other card games, Pokemon in my instance, and just trying to figure out other ways to keep yourself busy. Let me know in the comment section down below. And also guys, if you just want to comment for algorithm, I'd greatly appreciate that. Hit the like button on this video and share the video. So yeah, we're seeing cards like Herald Orange Light obviously be valuable, and it might maintain value for a little bit before it starts going down, which I think is starting to be. I mean the price is almost stabilized, and the minute that happens, for the most part, this card will more than likely go down in value. Looking at Saphira, Queen of the Dragons, I don't know why this card's not seeing play. I think this card's really good and really underestimated right now. Also, the card coming out of Duel's Alliance as the Ultimate Rare with a, well, near $9 market price is roughly around $10 in the market. But it doesn't maintain being $10 for long. I mean, after all, the card price jumps over to $20, which does maintain for a good while. And then looking at page 2, well, you got 4 left at 20 before it hits like $1,000. So if it was a phenomenal card, I think a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players kind of, well, really don't care about as much until probably this video. I don't know. I think it's a good tech choice in a lot of decks, and I think a lot of players that look to play any variant of anything that's, well, rituals might want to consider this card. It was last used in the Hair Profession deck when it was like a meta deck when we had Cyber Engine Benthead in that deck, but kind of fell out of favor. And I do think this card definitely has potential. It come out of a Duel's Alliance, and it's an ultimate rare. Something nobody's looking at it right now. Domination was a card nobody was looking at for a while until it starts seeing play in Dragons. This card coming out Legacy of Valiant with a $4 market price is roughly around $10 for Unlimited. First version starting at roughly around $11. After that one's gone, it's $13 to $14 for Downward Magician. The card does have a bunch of other printings, but this is only if you want the original Prince Secret Rare version of the card. Also, if you want the Megaton version, it's kind of the same thing. With a $2 market price, the value of the card actually is roughly around $10. I need to sell mine. I actually have a ton of these, like 20 of these. Then we have cards coming out of Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc V promo. Something I think a lot of people don't really realize that's still happening. I went to my Barnes & Nobles yesterday and actually managed to find the Time Lord Progenitor Vorpgate, which, I mean, it's $10 market price, whatever. The manga was $10. And I was also to find Go DDD Divine Zero King Rage, which is $16. The manga is $10. And maybe these might not held good value. I don't know. No one really knows. But one thing we do know is a manga promo still in 2020, almost 2021. God, hopefully it comes sooner than later. It's pretty crazy. I think a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players kind of forgot about that. I'm telling you right now, if you ever get a chance to go to a bookstore, maybe even go online, you might want to start grabbing up these mangas. You could buy a $10 Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc V manga, the 7th one out, and get a $16 card. Like, what can you say that about anything else in this game as far as like this instant value? Then we have El Shiro Construct coming out of Duel's Alliance Ultimate Rare with a $49 market price. Well, the Unlimiteds are roughly around $65. First editions are also roughly around $65. Shido's is almost a phenomenal answer to Dragons. In fact, to almost anything in the meta. Think about it. Shido's have Winda. And as long as Shido's have Winda, they answer almost everything in the game. Shadow Construct is definitely a phenomenal card, and obviously used in Shadow variant, but I mean, realistically, if you want to play Shadows, you need to get a Construct, but you want to play Shadows because of Winda, let's be honest. Like, when you're playing Shadows, you're playing against Dragons, you go Winda against Dragons, and then you look at them and go, you better have it. You're doing the same thing when you play against, like, Virtual World. You better have that spell card. You better not preemptively activate on anything else, and if my face down is El Shadow Fusion, the game is over. Looking at El Shadow Construct is another card you need, as well as El Shadow Shikanaga, a card I think a lot of you players just forgot about. Shikanaga Ultimate Rare, coming at new challenges with a $12 price point, market price. It's roughly around 15 bucks. After that, the first season version starting at $16 to almost $17 for Ultimate Rare Shikanaga. It's a card just really like a lot. You don't need to own like 5 of these. You just need to own one of these. I think it's something that every Yu-Gi-Oh player that's looking to play Shadows should have. It's a phenomenal card. Why is Archfiend Black Skull Dragon out of Clash of Rebellion's money? Says anybody. You have this card. It's roughly around, well, $7, almost near $8 for Archfiend Black Skull Dragon. Some of those times you get those random cards in your bulk or maybe in your local's dollar binder that just is worth way more than what's listed in there for. But it's there, and I guarantee you somewhere out there in the world of Earth, there's an Archfiend Black Skull Dragon in a dollar binder, or maybe in your bulk. Well, get it out and sell it. It's no reason to be in there. It's value. Tenko Sekka is one of my favorite cards that sporadically sees play. I think this card's really good in Pendulums, and I think it's really good in maybe a mid-range, but more or less playing against a control matchup. Tenko Sekka is a card that a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players kind of forget about, and they get reminded about, and then start playing again. The card right now, Secret Rare Battles Legends, is less than $2, and something I think everyone should have a place of. It's a phenomenal card. Eva, out of Structure Like Wave of Light, is about $6. Now listen, obviously once again, for Drytons, people playing Drytons need this, but can we talk about how the Structure Like Wave of Light actually has like good cards in it? Like, I mean, yeah, Drytons, you got in the Structure Like Wave of Light, you got Eva, you got Herald Orange Light, you got a bunch of other random cards actually, a lot of random cards out here. There's Herald Purple Light as well, but you got a lot of like random things in here. And to be honest with you, the Structure Like Wave of Light is, well, hard to find. And to be honest with you, if you can find a steel Structure Like Wave of Light, it's selling on here. Well, let me get rid of these. It's selling. There's one list over here for $50. I don't know why. I have zero idea. Like, is anyone gonna pay $50 for a Structure Like Wave of Light? Who knows? But try listening, yours if you have one. Anyway, looking at champion packs, I think they're gonna become the new thing. Now obviously not champion pack super rares like Metamorphosis, which is $500. Champion pack super rare Book of Moons. That bad boy is going for, well, refiltered up. Hold on one second. That bad boy is going for roughly around $600. I'm not talking about those. Obviously, those are worth the money they're already going for already. There's a lot of cards that are champion pack super rares that are kind of slowly going up in value as time goes on. I do think as time will continue to go on, these cards are just going to be hard to get and ultimately going to be gone from the market. And if anyone has these, they're going to be worth insanely much more than what they were previously. Every year we see champion pack cards slowly clear up the market and not come back on the market. And then, once again, we can talk about some of the super rares, like, you know, Satellite Cannon or Ultra Rare, Night Assailant, Sakuretsu Armor, stuff like that. But I'm also talking about, like, the rares and the commons. These cards are slowly being cleared off the market. Yes, there's some double-digit ones, like 14 copies of, 16 copies of Enemy Control or 14 copies of Pot of Avarice. And yet there are other versions of the card, but these are still worth money. And I feel like a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players don't realize the fact that champion pack cards that are not just the super rares, which are already insanely high and expensive, which is continuing to go up in the market, but the other versions of the cards, like rares and commons, they're worth money too. And I feel like a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players don't understand that. Like, look at this, a rare Abyss Soldier coming out of Champion Pack 2, a rare is $7, and this is something I think we're going to see happening with a lot of champion pack cards. A lot of champion pack rares as well as commons is good money. So if you see anything through your bulk and it says CP on it, put it to the side. Put it to the side because it's going to go up and be worth money. I'm just throwing it out there right now. A lot of people don't really, some might, and I didn't even agree with that, but I'm stone cold convinced that anything at CP has a good potential chance of being worth a good amount of money in the future. Oh, Genesis Impact. You know, I will say, the Genesis Impact is starting to stabilize, and we're starting to see this. Like, look at Dryton Nova. This card was as low as what, less than $30, I believe, a day ago. Look at Dryton Nova. You need this card and 3 of this card, and now it's $40. Once again, I do think the value of this card will be going down as the market settles, but ultimately it's going to be going up in the case of Dryton Nova. Medianus Dryton's a card which is a 1-up. It's only $8, and Dryton Medianus Draco Nids, it's roughly around $4. So obviously, if it's if it's anything for Dragons, it's gonna be worth money. What about everything else in the set? Because I don't think Justice Impact is just purely for Dragons. I mean, I do think that Evil Twins and Live Twins have good potential. I think a card like Artemis, the Mages in general also have potential. It's not seeing play at the moment, but I do think there's a good chance for these cards to see play in the future. Even though none of these are collectors, the collectors' whereas market for these cards are, well, good. I mean, value-wise, they're dirt cheap right now, and I do think the collector's rare market will increase as time goes on. This market of collector's rares is at an all-time low right now. This is the lowest you're going to see it. Ultimately, some cards might maybe go down low in the market in the future. I'm talking about like maybe Dragon cards, but a lot of the rest of these cards in the collector's market, for the collector's rares, for Justice Impact, will have the potential to be good in the future. They will rise in the future, but not right now. And for the time being, it's not going to happen. It just, I don't know, I feel like there's a lot of potential in Justice Impact that's not immediate. Maybe some mid-range potential. Maybe even possibly long-range potential as far as investments within the set. But immediately, this set doesn't really have anything that's going to really stand out other than Dragons if you're looking to play that. But I do think there is potential in this set. Do not count this set off. Do not look at this set and go, oh, it's like the Megatons, or it's like the Gold series, which immediately died and lost almost all of its value. No, I don't think the set's going to be like that. The set is not like that, and don't ever count it like that. The set has potential, but what you have to notice is the immediate value, which obviously is Dragons, and then notice the fact that everything else is not really worth much. Even Nightmare Unicorn and Phoenix, they're not really worth a lot of money. Phoenix being roughly around $53, Unicorn being roughly, if I can even find it actually, being roughly around $59. Like, this is relatively inexpensive for these cards. These cards should be worth a lot more. And then look at the Evil Twins, the Live Twins, whatever you want to call it, I always get the name messed up. Even they're relatively inexpensive. Magus, Dark Artemis, this card should not be $53, but it is. It is because everybody bought into Justice Impact. It is because everybody bought Open Sword and sold Justice Impact. But as time goes on, people are going to slowly go in and, I know I'm doing it, and I know I'm not unique in this. I think everybody else is going to be doing it, slowly going into Justice Impact and grabbing those collector's rares. And I think as that happens, we're going to see more values, more quantity of these cards, listings, I should really say, go down. And that happens, obviously the market can be more competitive, and we'll see values go up. So keep an eye on Justice Impact. The story with Justice Impact is not done yet. Now, is it going to be crazy like Toon Chaos? No, not even close. It will never be that to that level. But I do think this set has good value to be made in this set. You just got to know when to buy it, when not to buy it, and why it's doing what it's doing. Anyway, Paisanos, I really appreciate you guys watching my videos. Please make sure to hit the subscribe button, like button, share this video, and comment down below for algorithm. It's your boy V, and you Paisanos have a great day.